guest today is Brenda Smith as the special guest on the webinar today. I want to welcome you to the first series of webinar on, the trajectory that we're going to be talking about here today. As far as you know, as anyone knows, there has been a lot of big changes around here in life. Maybe some of you have, in our going to work or
not able to go to work
anymore. Not able to work no more. Or for the next 2 weeks or more.
Mm-hmm. So Derek, when you talk about a lot of changes going on in your life, pretty abruptly, you had to stop work for the next at least 2 weeks.
I got an announcement from the video from Nick Ovenden.
Okay. And so work kind of stopped. Now you're no longer able to go to volunteer at Prince of Peace or Stony Brook. And a lot of your events have been canceled as far as Special Olympics basketball,
other events,
bowling, Toastmasters, and some of those.
And my Wednesday night league too.
So what's really the hardest part about that?
I don't know if you know this when it's so hard like this. Getting to visit the residents at Stony Brook Suites.
You've made some pretty good friendships there, right? And they look forward to you coming.
And same with the veterans at Stony Brook.
Oh, you visit the veterans there too. And then at Prince of Peace, people look forward to you delivering mail and playing games, right?
Yep, and getting to know the residents.
So what are you going to miss about those things?
The friendships. Okay. The familyship that they have.
Okay. So you're going to miss your coworkers, miss the guys at the OI where you work out.
The coaches, yep.
Yep. Missing the residents, missing friends that you would see from all over the state. So those are some pretty big changes. Do you suppose that other people are experiencing some of the same things?
Yes.
Yeah. So Derek and I thought that we would spend this evening having a little conversation and making a plan.
First series of the webinar, yep.
Yep. And so we're going to just have a conversation, make a plan by using what we call...
As an example.
Yep, we call it a trajectory. A trajectory is a concept and tool from Charting the Life course that helps you develop a plan, and you can identify what you want in your life, what you don't want, and then you can identify what are some of the steps that you can take so that you have your good life, right?
Yes.
So what we did tonight is we decided to title this Derek's Next Few Weeks, so that we can develop a plan so that he has some new routines and some new ideas and ways that he can achieve some of the things that are important
to you. And the activity,
yep. Yep, that are important to you. So Derek, I'm going to start by asking you about your vision for the next few weeks. The things that you want in your life. The things that you think are important and that you value.
Yeah, sure.
So one of the things that you'd like is to...
I want you to know, stay healthy.
Okay, so that first and foremost, you want yourself and other people to stay healthy. Okay?
And be active.
You still want to be active. Yep, you're used to bowling and playing basketball and so on.
And softball and all that jazz.
Yep. What else do you want to make sure that stays in your life during this time of uncertainty?
Music.
Okay. You love to listen to music?
Yes.
Oh, listen to podcasts too? What else?
You have to attend church or Bible study.
Okay. So church and your Bible study is a very important piece of your life, right?
Because it's a huge asset.
Yeah. You go to 2 churches, don't you? Or
yes.
Participate in 2 churches and a Bible study.
Yep.
Okay. What else? Let's talk about some of the things that you could have in your life.
Um, Partners in policymaking.
Okay, so that's some groups that you're involved in, right?
Yeah,
Are there other,
that I used to be part of.
okay, are there other groups that you're on that you want to stay actively involved with?
DD Council,
Okay,
Athlete Input Council.
okay, for Special Olympics.
Yes.
Okay, and what else? Is there anything else?
Toastmasters.
Okay, okay. So let's think of a few more things that you want to have over the next few weeks.
Because staying connected.
With who?
All your friends, relatives, family.
Okay, I'm writing fast, but
No,
hang on.
I'm
Your friends, your family,
aunts, uncles,
right? Who else around here?
parents,
Well,
neighbor.
yeah.
Well, I meant, yeah, neighbors.
Okay. Neighbors?
My dog.
Okay. Jackson?
Yep.
And how about some of those?
Co-workers.
Right, because those are, and some of the people that you volunteer for, right?
Yep, and my customers from Gray Life too, because they have.
And your coaches. Okay.
Yes.
Yep. What are some of the other things that you want to happen over the next couple of weeks?
Like I said, lose weight, staying, like listen to music, like I said,
Okay.
movies to
So-
involve.
So it sounds like you'd like to stay pretty busy and active too.
Yes.
Okay. And one of the things that you told me right off the bat tonight is that you wanted to be available to help others.
If, like online discussion here if needed, or
And one of the other things that you have said throughout the last couple days is that you want to kind of be informed on what's happening.
correct.
Okay. And that's with kind of what's going on at work, what's going on in the city, in the state. And so on.
Correct.
Okay.
Or all over the.
Okay. That sounds good. Let's switch gears a little bit and talk about what you don't want to happen over the next few weeks.
Well, like I said, you don't want to be late.
Can you tell me about that a little bit more?
Because, like, for example, when someone is late, you have to wait so long of a time.
Yep. Okay, so if you planned a call or anything with somebody, you like people not to be late.
Right.
What are the other things?
The events that comes up to mind.
So it's hard to have change, isn't it?
Yes.
To have a change in your routine or a change in schedule. Okay.
Change my eating habits.
Okay.
Those things.
Yep.
It's like
You've also said what you don't want in your life is.
is drama.
Oh, okay.
You know how that things that.
People get kind of worked up about.
Yes.
Okay. So no drama. You don't want to feel how?
Stressed.
Okay.
Whenever you feel kind of stressed, it's just.
Yep. Yep. And so what you don't want in your life is to feel stressed out. What else?
And anxiety, depressed.
Okay. Feel a little depressed or feel anxious.
You can do that sometimes, but
Yeah. And then you said you don't want to be around
people when there's not feeling so great.
people who don't feel well because you want to keep yourself healthy.
Yeah.
Okay. So the things that I talked to Derek about are the things that I recorded on Derek's trajectory.
Or as you see here.
Yep. And as you can see, that way,
You can really figure out.
yep, that way, Derek has a very visual idea of what we're kind of shooting for throughout this time. And we have a very clear idea what he doesn't want in his life. So now we're going to talk about the trajectory. We're going to talk about and use the space above the arrow to say, what are some actions or activities that we can think about or plan for that will help Derek experience the things that are healthy, to have music in his life, to be involved, to help others, and so on. So let's start with staying connected because that was one of the first things that you've talked about.
Hmm.
So I'm going to write that above the arrow. You want to stay connected. What are some ways, what are some actions that you could take to stay connected to people?
Like calling on the phone
Okay, you could use your phone to call,
or Skype,
text, Skype,
Zoom,
use Zoom,
or Facebook video call.
Facebook, or FaceTime.
Either
Okay,
way,
yep. So there's lots of ways that you can stay connected. Is it only by talking that way, or
It you can do
are
all
there
your.
other ways that you can connect with people?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay. How about maybe through email
Text.
and text? We talked about those things. So it would be really important. Those are things you could do with your family, with different friends.
And my card group.
Yes, and your card group as well. And once in a while, not all the time, because people are kind of busy right now, but once in a while you could text your coworkers, see how things are going,
Or if any changes.
and maybe we could set up a call at Stony Brook with a Zoom call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zoom video. Yep.
Yep, with your residents. So those are
And
some ways that you
staff.
okay,
in that.
and staff at Stony Brook. Okay, so those are some ways that we could stay connected. So let's talk about being active. What are ways that you can stay active?
Walk
Okay, walk.
around neighborhood.
Okay. What
Um,
else?
Bike.
Okay, if it gets nicer after it rains or snows, who could you take for a walk?
My dog.
And what are some things you could do while you're on your walk?
Listen music or podcasts.
Or what could you pick up for us?
Dog.
The mail.
Yeah. Mail.
Yeah. That mailbox is quite a ways, and that would be a good walk, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do we stay healthy? What are some things you can do to stay healthy?
Walk more.
Okay.
Do more sporting events.
Okay, but this is during the next few
Well,
weeks.
yeah.
Okay.
Drink more water.
Okay. What's one thing we've talked about doing all the time?
Wash hands.
Wash hands. Okay.
For those if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the things that we're in a situation called Corona. So think
you have
about
to
that.
take extra precautions.
Yeah.
Washing your hands,
Yeah.
not touching your face.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And not being around people that are not feeling well.
Right.
Okay. Staying away from people. Also, what did we talk about? And this is something that your friend Bobby talked about too.
Right.
Making sure you get enough
Hours.
sleep
Yep.
so that you get good rest and eat
Healthy.
healthy.
Or Billy told me.
Well, Billy had told you that too, and
Yeah.
Bobby both. So let's talk a little bit about church and Bible study. What are ways that you can stay connected to your church and your Bible study group?
Well, I have a church families
Okay.
that stay connected.
Mm-hmm.
Then Saturdays I do serving for greeting at the
Celebrate.
Yep, celebrate
So we won't be able to go to church, but what's another way you can participate?
online,
Okay. You can do online,
Facebook Live,
Facebook Live, and there's other churches you like to watch, isn't there?
Embrace.
Embrace, what other church? First Lutheran?
Yep, and my grandma's church, the
The one that Grandma liked to watch, Pastor Salem
Yep.
from Aberdeen?
mm-hmm.
Okay. Those are all online or television that you could be able to watch.
Well, yeah, some are online
Okay.
and some on TV. Yep.
Okay. And your Bible study, you'll have to find out kind of what the plan is for that. But it's a small group of people.
Yep.
Yep. And so
It's with Denny, pretty much all over.
okay. So there are ways that you can kind of keep active and involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And one more thing before we moved on. You talked about liking to stay informed.
Yes.
Okay. About what's going on. What are ways that you could be informed about kind of what's happening in our community and in our state around the virus?
Like through the TV, for example.
Okay. TV,
Computer.
computer. Sometimes the mayor or the governor has,
Live updates.
so Facebook updates.
And also police officers, if
Okay.
needed.
So staying informed is important, but we don't need to dwell too much on it, right?
Right.
We just, if we keep busy with some of the music and these other activities, you'll
Yeah.
kind of have a routine.
Yep.
Okay. So let's just talk about a little bit
For a recap.
what you talked about and the things that you don't want.
Right.
So the things that we want to avoid are you feeling anxious, depressed, or stressed. There be any drama. How do we deal with some of those changes in routine?
Yeah.
What are some of the things that could happen that would make you feel stressed or anxious?
Really big change.
Okay. So change happens, and right now there is a lot of change. Do you like someone to give you a heads up or
Yes.
what? Okay. So if people make a change in your plan and don't tell you,
Right.
okay.
Could have told me ahead of time. Saying,
Yep. So the things we need to make sure is that you get told ahead of time. Yep. So what are other ways? What are other things that make you feel stressed or anxious that we could?
Like sometimes when there's drama
Okay.
in action.
So is there something you can say or do so that people?
Music that really helps the stress.
Okay. So things that is it? Does it ever happen that there's too much information that sometimes is an overload?
Yes.
Okay. Or if other people get too excited or
Yeah.
stressed out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then if those people are around you, that's hard too.
Yes.
Okay. And so we've identified some of those things that you don't want. We're going to work hard to try and do those. And I just thought of one other thing. So should we recap?
Yeah.
So maybe tomorrow night we can show them the integrated support star and show them how we're going to plan for the supports.
And we'll do the same kind of live video feed too.
Maybe we'll do that. But let's do a little recap. So we used a trajectory to plan Derek's next few weeks.
And here's what we talked about.
So that he knows what's good, so that you have a plan
Yep.
of how to make it through the next few weeks.
For number one would be
We're going to stay healthy. You want to be active, play music, be involved in your church or Bible study.
podcast, for example.
Stay connected with family, friends, neighbors, co-workers. Eat healthy. Stay busy. Be involved in your other councils and so on, and stay informed. And some of the ways that we're going to do that are to be able to use Zoom, phone, text, Skype, to stay connected
And
to
same with
people.
Facebook.
We're going to be informed by, you can always ask mom and dad and people that you know and trust.
The TV.
Yep, computer, Facebook for those updates. We're going to walk. You're going to walk, get the mail, take Jackson for a walk, bike. Going to stay healthy by eating healthy, drinking water, washing hands, keep your hands off your face, getting sleep, eating healthy. And I just thought of one other thing that we can do to take the stress out.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have in your backyard?
Hot tub.
What do you think we should do?
Hot tub.
So what should we tell everybody tonight?
This is our first series of webinar. At this time, I want to end by concluding,
Stay safe.
be healthy.
And sorry, we have to go to the hot tub.
1 Corinthians 2:9 says, "For I have seen, no love is heard."
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Till tomorrow.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.